at the Disneyland Resort. This time, not at Disneyland, but at DCA. I think actually this is probably my first live at DCA, if not in a long time. Also, to just want to just give a little disclaimer. I'm not sure how well you guys can hear me because I ended up leaving all my recording equipment in Abby's car before she left for work today. So I'm kind of doing this raw, so to speak. So hopefully you guys can hear me, that there's not going to be too much background noise. Um, but just let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me still. And I thought, you know what, I have the live already set up, so let's just go for it. That's how I do. That's how the Italiano does it. Go balls to the wall. Um, but in any case, yeah, I'm here at ECA, kind of kicking off my pre-birthday week, so to speak. I'm literally going to try to be doing Disneyland every single day. Um, this week to kind of like lead up to my birthday and everything. Going to be doing different things and everything, and so I do apologize if you hear water in the background. I am passing on Grizzly Beach. It's actually one of my favorite lands aesthetically. It's really cool. I love like the nature of it all and everything, and how the ride intertwines with the land. And they actually got the geysers back. Look at this. Oh man. I tell you what, on a hot day like this, I'm so glad that they fixed the geyser problem. But I love this ride. But in any case, we're gonna keep going. Today's kind of a busy day. I mean, it's not like what you call like shoulder to shoulder crowded in the parks, but the wait times for the rides are just absolutely bonkers. I mean, um, Grizzly River is 75, which in a way I can't really complain. I mean, on a hot day like today, it's always good to get wet. Cools you down. Radiator Springs Racers, 80 minutes. Now that's probably because the ride's going to be going down for refurb soon. Um, but then also Mission Breakout, like 95 minutes. I mean, that ride kind of came out of the crawl space, so to speak. Oh, she's screaming. That Radiator Springs Racers was like the top dog of the park when it came to the wait time. But more recently, Mission Breakout has been like beating it with the numbers. Let's see who we have in the chat here. Let's see. We have David. Welcome in. We got Mr. Orange Grove 55. Yeah, three more till 400. Yeah, I'm almost up to 400 subs. So that'd be a really cool early birthday gift that I'm three away. That it would be cool if we could hit the 400 mark on this live. That would be awesome. If not, I won't be upset, but I'll hold you to it. Just kidding. And we got my babe Abby. Happy pre-birthday week, Disneyland Resort Italiano. Thank you, babe. We got Jacob Weller in the house. We got Kelly DiMaggio. Welcome in. Yeah. It's going good, Jacob. As I was saying, like just walking through DCA. I haven't really done a live here at DCA in a while, if not ever. So thought we'd do a little walk and talk live, as I said, to kick off my pre-birthday week. And thank you for the birthday wishes, Jacob. Greatly appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, Abby is at work today. I don't have her hidden at Disneyland yet, but we will be doing that soon. I'll actually hide her here at DCA, but you guys are going to have to soon find me at Disneyland, which means Abby's going to take over the live. So please show love and support because she's not used to it. She's just trying to come out like, in the lives, on her own, but to actually run the lives herself. As I said, you got to give her credit because I'm basically kind of like, like when you're learning how to swim, you're just kind of like throw the person in with the floaties. That's what I'm doing. Yep, Abby is hiding at work. Now, there are some like locations in the park where it gets a little clustered, but I think it's always been that way. But as I said, it's not super crowded. I think I'm going to flip you guys around so you can see what I'm seeing for a little bit, and then I'll come back and check out if there's more comments. So we're going over the Paradise Gardens area, which is soon to be home to possibly Coco, or at least partial of it is going to be, a little Mexican village area. We could only hope. That's what we want. We can't just have just a Coco ride. It's just not right, especially here in California with like the Mexican Hispanic culture here. You need like that full immersive experience inside the world of Coco. There's the Mickey's Fun Wheel. It's really called the Pixar Palaron, but I'm sorry, it's Mickey's Fun Wheel. I don't even know like why they even changed the name, to be honest with you. So yeah. And there's the best ride in all of DCA, the Golden Zephyr. It's down like 85% of the time because with the Santa Ana winds, it can only be operational to certain times. And it's like one of the original DCA 1.0 rides still around. Like, even though we have the Silly Symphony Swings and Goofy Sky School, which was the Orange Stinger and Mulholland Madness, but they got reskinned, so to speak. But the Golden Zephyr and Jumpin' Jellyfish has stayed the same. Just taking a little stroll around. And it's past 2:30. I can't remember if the Better Together Pixar parade is due. If it's even playing today, or if it already played. I think at like 1:30. I don't know because I was around Buena Vista Street and I didn't see it. But I don't see them putting up the ropes or anything. But see, this is where I think right here, this is going to become partial of Coco because it would then run all the way. And this was in the concept art that Bricky was showing us, that it was part of the entranceway where the entrance was more front to where this is. So technically this would be maybe a sit-down restaurant or the little Mexican village it would become. I will say though, I'm probably like in the minority, but I actually enjoy the pizza here at the boardwalk. Um, I prefer the boardwalk pizza at the boardwalk at Walt Disney World, but this pizza's not too bad. Pizza's kind of a hit or miss here in California, to be honest. It's not like its best forte. There's like other foods that are more superior than pizza. And honestly, I think this is where that entrance is going to be for Coco. That's going to lead into the backstage area. That's going to wrap around us over here to where the ride will be behind the Incredicoaster. So I'll flip around here for a little bit. Let's see who we got here in the chat. Let's see. What's up, mademoiselle? Welcome in. Yeah, it'd be cool if you could be here. It would be awesome hanging out. Always a good time hanging out with you. Yeah, both you and Abby are at work. And kind of in a way, I know this is going to sound like a sellout statement, but in a way, I'm kind of at work too. I'm doing, trying to grow, promote my channel. So, of course, I think my job thus far is a little bit more on the fun side. Yeah, you're pretending to watch the live. No, I'm sorry. You're watching the live, pretending you're working. Strike that, reverse it. Earlier here on the pier, Rex was out. I got to see him in person for the first time. I didn't do the meet and greet because I'm waiting to do that with Abby. And probably going to do a Citrico Central recording on how many characters that we can meet in one day. And, Rex will probably be part of that because he was the inspiration for that video. So we're going to try to meet him. But the costume looked authentic. Like, it looked legit. Like, he actually looked like a plastic toy, which that was awesome to see in person. Let's see. And there's Mr. Potato Head for the Midway Mania. Yeah. Two potatoes, three potatoes, four, five potatoes. Godspeed, Don Rickles. He was one of my favorite comedians. I absolutely loved him. Mr. Warmth. And I just had lunch here at the Poultry Palace. I tell you what, I enjoy the chicken. It's not like a fried chicken. It has like a light coating um, of like breading, but it's really good with the Baby Ray's chili sauce. There's Jesse's Critter Carousel. And honestly, one of my favorites, just as a roller coaster junkie. I love the Incredicoaster. And of course, it's down, unfortunately. Oh, that's probably why the Incredicoaster did start its refurbishment. That's why the rides here are like, there's nothing to see. And that's the problem, folks. See, DCA has very little rides. So when you take down a significant popular attraction, the rest of the rides would go jacked up to an exorbitant amount of wait time. So it's just like when Mission Breakout or Racers go down for refurb, it would do the same thing. Now, the Incredicoaster is scheduled to come back online August 15th. But then Radiator Springs Racers will be scheduled to go down. Which I feel bad for good friends, Candid Camper and Tones Poppy, because they will be coming down for my birthday. And they were looking forward to doing Radiator Springs Racers, but unfortunately, it's going to be down when they're here. See, and I'm okay with it because I'm a local. I come, multiple times a week. But for people that can't make it very often, it's crucial to have close to everything opened. What? Because, you want to get their money's worth and, and have as much fun as they possibly can. Oh, thank you. I just got a compliment on my shirt, my Italiano shirt right here. Got the fingers. It's all about respect. Yeah, my Italian shirts really get a lot of attention and traction. A lot of people enjoy them. Just kind of became my trademark when I ended up rebranding myself on YouTube as the Italiano, and it shows off my heritage. So walking back down off of the pier, we came from Grizzly Peak, so we'll go around back to Buena Vista Street, and then we'll head down Hollywood Land. The land that I'm most curious about, not for the state that it's in now, but what is to become of it. How much of it is going to stay Hollywood Land? How much of it is going to become Pandora? The transition. It's going to be very interesting. And also, I got to see the trailer of Fire and Ash when we went to go see Fantastic Four. And I have to say, just by the first trailer alone, it looks very promising. It's going to be another banger from James Cameron. And I think as the storyline progresses through each movie, it's just going to get better and better. Because I enjoyed Way of Water more than the first Avatar. So I feel like Fire and Ash I'll enjoy a little more than Way of Water. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Jacob. Like the Avatar trailer is like, it's fire. No pun intended. Yeah, so Jacob, we're just kind of like just walking around. We're doing like the kickoff to like my pre-birthday week. As I said, we are going to be doing more lives. We're going to hide Abby here in DCA. We're going to hide me over at Disneyland. We're going to do more prizes. And yes, I still have to get a few more people. And then we'll be sending out all the gifts out. So don't worry. You guys are still going to get your prizes. And who knows, you may actually have more. I might be sending more out to you all in one big bundle if you end up winning. Um, where I'm hiding at Disneyland and where Abby's going to hide at DCA. And then, as I said, also, we're going to do a video on how many characters we can meet in one day. That should be a fun one. But you know what? Let's go. We're going to take a little detour, no pun intended. We're going to go down Route 66 into Forest Land. This is actually my favorite land in all of DCA. So I'm going to flip you guys over again. Because you guys have to see what I'm seeing. And I know you guys probably seen Cars Land 100 times since it opened in 2012, but this land ceased to amaze me of the detail. Absolutely love this land. I love the energy. Like it literally feels like you're walking into the movie. Everything is so spot on to the location of where everything is at. From the Cozy Cone Motel to Luigi's Casa de la Tires, Ramon's Paint Shop. It looks like lightning is meeting right now. And then here's Flo's V8 Cafe, one of my favorite kind of little sit-down diners. I love the 50s music in there that they play. Very good fried chicken. Okay, so I'm going to turn down here first real quick. And here's my ride, Luigi's Casa de la Tires. Yes. So I love walking down this little pathway. It's, it leads to where it shows the ride of Luigi's and then to the Cozy Cones. But right here is where it would connect into Avengers Campus, but they have it blocked off right now because of the construction of adding, the extension for the Avengers Campus uh, expansion. And actually, it's not there right now, but I actually recorded a little bit earlier. They were actually doing some construction work. I actually got some footage. I'll post it on Instagram. Check it out on Citrico Central. I didn't post it yet, but keep an eye out for it. But you can see over to where Avengers Campus is, and that's where they're working. I love this ride. It's simple, but it just puts a smile on your face. This and Maters, both of those rides. Like, if you don't smile while you're riding these, you gotta look at yourself, because I mean it's like it's fun. I love the music in this land too. And then down there and around the corner to the right is Radiator Springs Racers. And then walking down this way, this is actually one of the best like reveals when you walk into a land the opposite way, which I'll show you. But actually, I'm going to take a little stop in here. Let's see what they got in here. Let's see. Let's see. We got some sunglasses. That's cool. What's that? What is this? Just a light up sign. Ooh, I like this shirt because it's a black shirt, so you can get away with, you know, sweat stains, especially when you're walking in the parks on a sunny summer California day. Ooh, classic America. That's really cool. I like that. Oh, that's cool. You guys know how much I love my button-down shirts. Got some Lightning McQueen stuff right there. That's cool. You got Dynaco. Ooh, this is interesting. Cars Land. It kind of has like a neon, like retro. Probably glows in the dark, I would think. That's really cool. I like that. Oh, this one's nice too. I like the other one better, but I'd still wear that. Oh, and then you have like a half neon, half black. That's cool. And it comes out to where the entranceway is, the Radiator Springs. And it's at 70 now. It dropped 10 minutes. That's interesting. Okay, so now going back to my all-time favorite spot in this whole entire land, and it's the entranceway, and not the entranceway that we came in. It's the second entranceway. Well, actually, there's three entranceways, but the one is blocked off right now because of the Avengers Campus. But this is the second one. So you can see the ride going by. And already just walking this way is really cool. You get to see the architecture and the rock work. of how it really looks like the movie, but not even just that, but also just the attention to detail of how it, it can look in like real time as a real place. Now, a lot of people are taking photos and video because, again, this is like one of the greatest like entrance ways ever. Just the amount of like depth. Okay, so I'm gonna turn around. Seeing this is like as if you would be entering in. That cool. There you go. This is marketing. Now we're going into San Francisco, which is very interesting of how they like literally turned the wharf, the Pacific Wharf, added Big Hero 6 to it, and boom, it just became very popular. Yeah, I'm gonna flip you guys around here. I haven't been ignoring you guys, but I wanted to show you. Welcome in, Sam Chat. He like read the fire truck. Yeah, he's cool. It reminds me of like the Gentle Giant. Jacob said, "Who's your favorite Cars character?" Oh, that's a toss up between, I think for me, Mater or Luigi. Mater just because he's a lovable kind of character, and Luigi because I'm Italian bias. Mr. Sam Chat, we really in need for some sweet, juicy, but sometimes sticky Disney news and updates. Thank you, Mr. Sam Chat. I love when you guys quote me. Well, welcome in, Colin. Yeah, we're the umbrella. Greatly appreciate it, and thank you for the subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome into the Citrico family, and I'm for sure you would love the content. As I said, we do videos, lives here at Disneyland, also at Universal. We do some at Knott's from time to time. And then, of course, we also do outside of state stuff where we go to Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando and Disney Cruise Line. So a lot of content will be coming your way. So thank you so much, Colin. And again, welcome in. Yeah, it's something about like, yeah, they just added Big Hero 6 to the wharf and turned it into San Francisco Square. And it's like, and like no rides, no attractions. They do have a Baymax and Hero meet and greet, and then they just changed up like the decor and signage and menus. And I tell you, and added they pumped in the music, and I tell you what, it definitely gave that section some pulse. Okay, but now we are going over. Okay, later. To okay, another little detour before we get to Hollywood Land. Going into Avengers Campus, or better known as Avengers Hallway, as our friend Bricky calls it. Essentially, that's what it is. All right, I'm going to flip you guys around. Here we go. I will say, though, I do love how they pump in the music for this. It kind of gives you that full-on action experience that you get from a Marvel film. Let's see what's going on here. We got your neighborhood friendly Spider-Man right there. Oliver. and a meet and greet. And I thought that was really cool. Speaking of Spider-Man, there was some video footage that dropped that Tom Holland was meeting up with some kids and taking photos with them on the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day that will be released on July 31st of next year. The fourth installment of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which I very much enjoy, especially No Way Home, of what they did with adding like all three Spider-Mans. Um, it was genius. I am very curious to see how this expansion is going to make way for this land. And I'm curious to see how these attractions are. We already kind of know with Star Flight Lab, it's pretty much, it is what it is. It's a Kuka Arm type of attraction. Will I try it out? Absolutely. There's web slingers. Um, but I'm more interested in seeing what Infinity Defense is going to be. I think the Wakanda little pre-show is going on. Let's see if we can get a run. Let's see. Yeah, there's the crane and everything for the construction for the expansion. Yeah, there goes the Wakandians. I don't know if you guys can see them. But... And there's towering over the land Mission Breakout. That's weird. As I said, the music in here is like legit. But yeah, there's Mission Breakout. One of my favorite rides. Not even just at DCA, but here at the Disneyland Resort. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me just because of the loudness of the music. Okay, there we go. But yeah, Mission Breakout's one of my favorite rides. Not just here at DCA, but all of the Disneyland Resort. There's Pim's Test Kitchen. They have some good food there. I don't mind eating there. But here's where we come to the current issue of DCA with transitional. So we're coming out of Avengers Campus and we're passing this Marvel, no pun intended. And then we're coming out into Hollywoodland. And then you have this gigantic box of a theater, which is the Hyperion Theater. Now, inside of it is gorgeous. It's beautiful. But the exterior is god-awful ugly. And it's like you got all this space right here. And I know, like right now, they're using it as a resting area, but you can create other resting areas by still doing something to utilize this land. And this is where they used to have like the lineups for the mezzanine, the balcony, and orchestra sections of the theater. And, if you were up in the upper part, you would climb the steps to go up. But you got all this space. It's empty. It's like, it's dead. It's dead airspace here. This is what used to be the holding area that, would separate the groups before you entered into the theater to either watch Aladdin, Frozen, or the short-lived Rogers the Musical. So, kind of a shame, really. So you have all this space. Again, right now it's just for resting, but I mean, you can create other resting areas and still have a legit space utilized to the most of Disney's ability of what they can do with immersive storytelling, especially from what we're seeing with how OLC is handling Tokyo, with Fantasy Springs, and and what's going to go on with Villains Land at Magic Kingdom and Tropical Americas at Animal Kingdom. But then you just have all this, and it's like, I'm sorry, this is kind of mediocre. Like, this spot right here honestly reminds me of Universal Studios, like Orlando. Like, there's certain parts of the studio that is just kind of meh. And then you have like this cheesy DCA 1.0 facade. And then you have all this down here. Now, again, this is where we don't know where the cutoff is, where it's going to stay partial of like the boulevard strip, so to speak, and where Pandora is going to begin. We pretty much know that as of right now, the stuff on this side is staying. They didn't make no announcement that the Animation Academy and Off the Page are going anywhere. But I have a feeling Schmoozies is probably on the chopping block. It may like become something like Avatar themed, but I think the Schmoozies theme is going to go. Don't really know about Philhar Magic yet either. Then, of course, in through this entranceway, the Hollywood Studios. This is what's going to become Pandora. All of this, and then moving behind the Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue building. That's going to go away, and then it's going to run into the bus load unload area that will eventually become part of DCA once they add in the Eastern Gateway for the first wave of the Disneyland Forward kicks into gear. And all this will become Pandora. I think out of all the projects, Pandora is like the one land that no one is like saying, oh my gosh, how can Disney do this? How could they take this away? Because I don't think really anyone really cares about this section of the park, to be honest with you. It's very dated. It's very DCA 1.0. And it's like there's not really a lot to do here. You have a lot of these empty sound stages that aren't utilized anymore. And it just doesn't fit right now. See, and then it just circles around. There's Bluey, which Disney confirmed that Bluey will be coming to Disneyland, Walt Disney World, and the Disney Cruise Line in the near future. So we will see where she will be placed. I think, honestly, as far as for the Disneyland Resort, I think if they're going to keep the animation building, they'll probably place her in there as a meet and greet. And then we're going to come down here. Yeah, it's like right where like Philhar Magic is. I don't know if that's going to be safe. If Philhar Magic is safe, then from Philhar Magic would be the cutoff to the transition. But then again, as I said, if that's the case, then this would be going. So like, is it going to be like not even cut like down the middle, but it's going to be cut long ways where one side is going to be safe, the other side is not? This is where I have questions. I have concerns. And I know I have faith in Disney. Obviously, I think they know what they're doing, but it's just one of those things that it's like an itch that I can't reach. And I would love to know. I have questions and I need answers. And that's the Italiano way. I do not like the unknown. Elsa might like it, but I don't like it. All right, I'm going to flip you guys around here. Let's see what's going on with the chat, shall we? Let's see. Do they rotate the characters? As far as like with, I'm not sure, Jacob. If with that you're talking about like for Baymax and Hero, yeah, they usually rotate them. Sometimes I have seen them all together. I don't know if it's like in the transitional where one's going in and the other's coming out. Um, but that would probably be the case if that's what you were asking. And then we are back here on Buena Vista Street, which again, you would have to keep some of the Hollywood theme just to transition it into Pandora, but it has to transition well into Buena Vista Street as well. So that's another concern. And of course, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Walt Disney, with Mickey Mouse, with his suitcase, $40 and a dream. Thank you, Mr. Disney. We're going to come down here to the front entrance. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. And you know what the beauty part of this is? That I can literally walk on this street without getting the hassle of hearing that bell go off of the red car trolley. I'm sorry I got rid of it, but I had to do what I had to do. Technically, Disney chose to get rid of it, but sometimes I think if I had the influence. Which, speaking of which, we have a trolley right over here. I'll flip it around for you guys there. At least they pay tribute to, still having it. It still fits well in the land. As long as it's not moving and it's in my way, I'm okay with it. So it could sit here and look pretty and be part of the land. I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. There's a five and dime store. We have Oswald's little gas station. And we're going to walk back here. Ba-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. And what I find interesting too, if you guys look at the Carthay Circle, that they have it decorated for the 70th, but it makes me wonder, are they going to keep some of the decor up when they add like the Halloween decor, or is that coming down? I think it's very interesting, like during the holidays, they're going to have like three different things going on at once. You have the 70th, then you're going to have Halloween with Boogie Boogie Bash, and then they're going to have the holidays. So they're going to be changing some stuff out the wazoo this year because they have the 70th decor up. They'll swap out for Halloween and then swap out for, Christmas and holidays and stuff. And then switch it back to the 70th because the 70th is going to run into 2026 to still give people a chance to come and partake in the 70th celebration. Left side is the And then we are here, what used to be known as Condor Flats, but then still is still here, but became a part of Grizzly Peak. And this is more known as the Grizzly Peak Airfield, and there's the sign right there. My buddy with me. I'm behind. And then over on the right here is Soarin', which for me, it's an okay ride. I think it was a good ride for its time, but I feel it's a little bit outdated. I would love to see like something of that type of ride system, but update it with newer technology. And I honestly wish that they would just keep soaring over California and have soaring around the world, like during the Food and Wine Festival and stuff like that, or even just keep it for Epcot down at Walt Disney World because it fits that theme. But being that this is DCA, Disney California Adventure. Just keep it as Soarin' Over California. And now we are soon to circle back where we actually started the live. There's Pluto doing a meet and greet. There's Pluto. Love Pluto. And then over there in the distance is the Grand Californian Adventure, which is adjacent to DCA, but also fits into the theme of Grizzly Peak because it has like a organic nature wilderness kind of feel to it, which that's what makes me feel like this land, no matter what, if they add an IP into it or not, it's safe because of this hotel right here. Because they would have to do some major retheming, which Disney is known to do. It's not far fetched for them to do that. I just don't know if they would do that and put in that amount of money that is not really worth doing and taking the time for, nor would the fandom actually enjoy that. I don't think so. And there's Grizzly River Run again. Actually, I think I'm going to end the live here, but actually, I'm going to end it really quick. Actually, passed him up. How could I pass him and not show this guy? Big Al from the Country Bears. Hey, what do you guys want to do? Blood on the saddle. We're going to be cooler live now. Get it from this angle. They're going to get wet. Oh, they just missed it. Now this one, they might get it. Let's see. I got a little bit. So that is a wrap here, folks. That is the live here at DCA. And I want to thank you all for joining me today. As I said, this is just day one. I'm going to be covering a lot of content. I might try to do a live a day, to be honest with you, during my pre-birthday week at the Disneyland Resort. Maybe back here at DCA. It might be back over at Disneyland. Who knows? Maybe I'll do one in downtown Disney inside one of the hotels. I'll see as the day goes on. But yeah, just here chilling, enjoying the atmosphere, the weather, and just enjoying Disneyland. That's one of the main reasons. Not the only reason. I did move out here to be with Abby, but like this is also like one of the reasons why I was ecstatic to move out to California was to be closer to not just a Disney park, but the Disney park, the OG park itself, the park that Walt actually had his fingers on, that he actually walked the footprints of, that stayed, in Disneyland. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. As I said, definitely look out for more Citrico Central lives and other content coming to the channel. As I said, we have Hide the Italiano at Disneyland, Hide Abby at DCA, and we've got a lot of other stuff coming to the channel. So, as I always say, in Disney Italiano fashion, stay safe, stay healthy, stay Disney. Italiano.